and thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're doing well today. I am going to go ahead and get started. Kailash should be here momentarily, and he will be my moderator for this video. Alright, the name of this is Backup Plan, and it came from a song that I received. I want to check real quick if it's okay, just to make sure that everything's working smoothly, because I ran into some technical difficulties this morning. Let's see if I can find it. Whoops. Yeah, here it is right here. Okay, so we're good. I think it looks like it's working. Testing. 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 Alright, we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and give you... Hello, Oracle King. How are you, my darling? This is the lyrics to the song that I got. Okay, listen to this, because this is just like me pulling a card, okay? Good to have you again. Thank you so much for being here. Alright, so your back's backed up against the wall, and the bandwagon's falling right off. And you're hearing all the talk about maybe you should think about what you're going to do if it don't work out. It ain't about if it makes sense, because if the boot do, it don't fit. As far as I can see, there ain't no way to be, that ain't, as far as I can see, there ain't no way to be somebody if you're just gonna quit. So if you got a fire, don't lose it. If you got a do or die dream, do it. If you got something to prove, go on and prove it. Don't let nobody clip your wings. Keep your head down, keep your head down, keep on the blinders. Tune out the doubters and all the closed minders. If it's in your blood, falling down ain't enough to change who you were born to be. Get back up, that's the only backup plan you need. Get back up. That's the only backup plan you need. You don't need a backup plan. You just need to be determined not to give up. Life's got a lot of sticks and stones and a blade that'll cut you to the bone. But if you're doing what you love and it kills you, well, you can live with that all day long. So if you got a fire, don't lose it. If you got a do or die dream, do it. If you got something to prove, go on and prove it. Don't let nobody clip your wings. Keep your head down, keep blinders on. Tune out the doubters and the closed minders. If it's in your blood, falling down ain't enough to change who you were born to be. Getting back up, that's the only backup plan you need. So if you got a fire, don't lose it. If you got a do or die dream, do it. If you got something to prove, go on and prove it. Don't let nobody clip your wings. Keep your head down, keep on the blinders. Tune out the doubters and the closed minders. If it's in your blood, falling down ain't enough to change who you were born to be. Getting back up, that's the only backup plan you need. Yeah, getting back up, that's the only backup plan you need. So if you have a plan, don't give up. That's what I'm getting from that song. This collective is being encouraged that if you have a plan and you feel like it's not working out right now because of some reason, don't give up. Just get back up and try again. You might have to try something different. You can't keep trying what doesn't work. But if you keep trying and you don't give up, you will accomplish your goal. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. My iPhone right now, I can't open my app for my studio where I look at my statistics and stuff. I can open it, but I can't open the videos. And I also can't open YouTube. As soon as I open it, it closes. I have to open it through the browser. I don't know what's going on with that phone, but there's something going on with that phone. And that's my phone. It's the one I paid for. So I don't understand what's going on with it. And then I tried the other phone, and it's going on with it too. So I don't know. Anyway, let's get started. Spirit, what is going on with this collective that we need a backup plan? Let's start out with the tarot. I'm going to use this one, I think. Just for now, I'm going to use this one. This is Spirit said we're just getting started. What's going on in the collective? That's right. You have to have... Let me say this. If you have a backup plan, you haven't made up your mind yet that the plan you have is going to work. And until you make up your mind that the plan you have is going to work, you're still having other options, whether that be a job, a relationship, a project you're working on, whatever it is. And God forbid it be a relationship. But for a lot of people will have somebody in their life and have a backup plan. And I'm not going to be somebody's backup plan. You can forget it. If I wasn't plan A, don't make me plan B. Because I'm not trying to be in the middle of any triangle. And believe me, plan A is still going to try to get back in. Alright, so we have strength coming out in the Knight of Wands. We have a Leo here with a Sagittarius. A very, very determined Sagittarius has a plan. Okay, why do we need a backup plan? I will say the phone that I'm using for videoing this has been turned off, but they didn't turn off the phone that I paid for. I paid for all these phones over 5 years. They're all mine. I'm not giving them to any damn body. Alright, show me why we need a backup plan. Because somebody's very toxic. This person doesn't try. They could even be telling you that they're determined to do something, and they're not even trying to get it done. This person is lazy. They lie. They're manipulative. They could even be a little mental. There's a person in the collective. It is you, or you're dealing with somebody that's very, very toxic. And that's why you need a backup plan. And now that makes sense, because if you're dealing with a toxic person, you definitely better have a backup plan. But that's not because you wouldn't try with this person. It's because this person wouldn't try with you. And when somebody else won't try, it's okay to walk away. So you might need to come up with another plan. You may have had plans to spend life with this person, to have a family with this person, to do a lot of things in your future with a person who was very toxic. And so Spirit's saying it's time for you to come up with another plan. Not necessarily a backup plan for this person, but just because they didn't work out. Because they were so destructive to your life. Alright, what were they hiding? Again, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody who has no strategy. They don't want to do anything. They're just lazy. This person is very lazy. Some people, if it's a lover, it's a lazy lover. Like, they don't participate at all in the relationship and trying to make it work. We also have the High Priestess here. So this is somebody who has a lot of spiritual gifts. This can also be them, because they have no temperance, they have no self-control, and they have no plan. And the High Priestess showed up there. So secretly, I think that you know this. I think you're both showing up here, and I think secretly you know that this person is not going to ever be a part of your life because of their toxicity. And this is the kind of toxicity that it takes a lot of effort to come out of. You can get out of it. I've gotten out of it. But it takes a lot of healing and a lot of effort, okay? And some people aren't willing to put in the work. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Kaylash will be here momentarily, and we're going to do Q&A because I'm not going to go much further into this. I think we see what's going on here, and I really don't care what's going on with this person. I care more about what's going on with the people that they need a backup plan because this person did not do the work. All right, what were they showing you, or what are they showing you? I think they're showing you that they are being very savage. They're trying to hurt you because you didn't do they wanted you to do everything, to take care of everything for them, and you told them no. Yeah, the Five of Cups is here and the Seven of Wands is here, and they both came out in reverse. So I think what this is saying is you're learning. You might not have perfected it yet, but you are learning. One of you is learning to heal from your losses and to set boundaries. Because when you look at this Five of Cups, this person is standing, you've all seen it before, they're standing in front of this body of water, and they have all these spilled cups. It's like, I've lost so much. I've lost everything. But what they don't realize is they haven't lost everything. There's the Two of Cups right there. So there is some kind of partnership they could make, or they could take these two cups and they could use them like the Sagittarius does, blending them and getting other people to work with them so that they could turn this around. But they're not ready right now. They're still healing. And they're still learning how to stand up for themselves and to say, get out, leave me alone. Somebody has set boundaries here, but the person's not. Either they're, I don't know, they might be just coming out in reverse. Because the only thing that's come out so far is the High Priestess. And I think that's the collective. Not unless this person is spiritually gifted and they're just not living in their gifts. And on the bottom of the deck, we have another defensive card, another wand that is very defensive. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands in a lot of decks is different than this one. It shows somebody carrying wands on their back. And then the Ten of Wands shows somebody pushing the wands. Like, I'm finally almost there to the end where I got to get them to. But in this one, it shows them as standing up and saying, you see that little weak spot in my fence? I'm guarding it with my life. You will not get through here. You might know my weaknesses because I exposed them to you when we were together in whatever endeavor we were together in. Or this could just be the world in general. You're like, I'm no longer going to let the world get through my weaknesses. All right, and so what's going to happen next? Something beautiful is going to happen next for some of you. What's going to happen next for the collective spirit? Your Chariot is here, but in reverse. Why is it in reverse? It's like your motion is obstructed. Oh, wow. Because someone wouldn't give you something. They wouldn't show you love, and they ended this. Or maybe you won't take charity from people just because they show you love. And you ended this, or you're trying to end this because it's like you don't have what you need. Somebody should give you something at this point, and they're not showing you any love, but they're not closing out the cycle. Something is keeping a cycle in your life open. What's keeping this open? This cycle should closing it, and it's because of something you're doing. Okay, you're not defending yourself. Like I said, you were learning. It's like you're not protected. Look, you're going to get clarity on what that might be. All right, so we see what's going on here as far as this. Let's see a little bit more about how this might have fallen apart. What happened here to make this fall apart? Somebody was eliminated, and they were like making somebody prove something. Prove it to me that you're going to eliminate them. This could have been another person that they were involved in that made them eliminate you, and they haven't completely eliminated you. They're going to have a rebound because they're not going to eliminate you. See what I'm saying? They got a plan B. And anytime in a relationship situation, if even in a job, if you get a job and somebody has a backup plan, a plan B, they can get rid of you and they put that other person in your spot. Show me how this happened with the devil here. This was toxic, remember? Somebody was pretending and they were escaping. That was the problem right there. They were drinking or drugging a lot and escaping. That was, why do your cards keep going on the floor? They were drinking and drugging and pretending, and that's how they were escaping. So they were using something. If they weren't using drugs and alcohol, they were using something. Money, sex, food, you name it. There's lots of ways people can escape through video games. They can escape through online chatting. They can escape through seeing someone else that they're not in love with just to have someone in their life. And they have not moved on. One of you has not moved on. What's being hidden? What's being hidden? I want to look at one more thing after this. The waiting game. Somebody hasn't changed. They're just going to keep you waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And see, that's why the secret is that you're not waiting. You're not waiting. You're using your intuition about this person making you wait. I think that's what this is saying, is that you know this person's going to make you wait. And so, like, in the back of your mind, you've already started coming up with a backup plan. And you've already started strategizing to come up with a way to rebuild your life. And you're doing it slowly, and you are using good judgment. You're using temperance, which is allowing you to temper yourself, to not get angry, to not get frustrated, to not throw hissy fits, because you knew this was going to happen. You knew this person was never telling you the truth, and that this was never going to change, that they were only pretending that it was going to change. The whole time they were escaping. All right, and what was being shown? That someone was helpless. Trust your intuition. There was control issues, and that was causing differences. Somebody was having differences because of their control issues. So the two of you couldn't get along because one of you was either different than the other in some way, or you were just fighting. I think you were just fighting. This person was very arrogant also. What's going to happen next for this collective? Commitment came out. No online dating, no strategizing, and no desire to win. Someone here, it looks like, is going to have a commitment, but not with whoever they're dealing with online. Or maybe with. Maybe they're going to have an online commitment because of a strategy they have, and they have a desire to win. They want to have a commitment with you. Let's pull another card on that. What is this person's true intentions toward the collective when it comes to this dating and commitment, online dating? What are their true intentions? Oh, they want to have a very secure, even traditional type marriage with you. Somehow there's a lot of anxiety around this. How do you feel about it? You're soul searching about it. So the Hermit is here, Sagittarius, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then look, there's going to be a lot of fighting too amongst people. This is going to cause a lot of fighting. Alright, on the bottom of the deck, somebody did not forever or did forever change your life without even trying, but you're pretending like they didn't matter to you. That's how this has the feel of. Like they did change your life, but you're just pretending because of your escaping that they had no impact on your life. And you know they're not going to stop making you wait. So you are very slowly rebuilding because you're trusting your intuition. You're also healing and you're learning how to set good boundaries. You're soul searching about another relationship online. But this person can't get to you. They want to show you love and they want to show you, like, they want to give you the world. This person truly wants to give you the world. This person that wants a commitment with you, but they can't. It's like they can't get to you. They can't get out of from wherever they are. But it looks like they're fighting amongst themselves within their own self, or they're fighting with other people. Other people might be saying, man, you need to leave that person alone. They're just trouble. They're not going to do anything to help you or something to that effect. All right, let's look at what's going on with the collective. Sorry about that. In the home life. Sure, what's going on at home in this collective? This card stuck in the box. That generally means something. Somebody, this could be someone's chosen family. I'm going to put that in the middle of the deck and I'm going to shuffle these up. Spirit said to hold off on those and start with these. Spirit. Okay. All right. Show me what's going on at home with the collective. Something's happening here. And someone, because of it, is having to come up with a backup plan. Someone could be putting out from where they live because they don't know how to act and they have someone else that they're holding on to as plan B. That could be what's going on here. But this, the person they have as plan B is like, you're not leaving plan A. Why would I wait for plan B? Home life, Spirit. I think the person they had for a backup plan is no longer allowing them to do that. At home, one of you is doing too many effing chores. That person better get laid now. Alright, what about work? At work, you're not able to have sex, and your family's getting on your nerves. So Spirit's working on where you're not able to have sex. I think this is part of your home life, but it could be your work life. Maybe you're in love with someone at work and you can't have sex with them, and your family's getting on your nerves. Alright, what's the surprise for the collective, Spirit? What is our surprise? That you're going to agree to effing disagree with someone who's saying it's time for anal. They're examining this a little deeper. So there's either anal sex involved, which there always can be same sex, or that could even be heterosexual anal sex. I don't know what y'all do. Excuse me, I use my inhaler. I don't care either. So don't tell me. Okay? But you're going to agree to disagree, it looks like to me personally, with somebody who's been treating you very poorly, like an a-hole. Okay? Alright, and what's going on in your love life? You don't want to fight with this person. I'm hearing, I don't want to fight no more. Your love life, you feel like you're not good enough, so you're working out. So maybe you feel like you're not in shape enough and you need to get in better shape because this person might be somebody who's very physically fit, very attractive. But trust me, if they love you, they'll take you exactly the way you are. You don't have to change for somebody, okay? All right, and your role here is to realize it isn't personal, but it came out in reverse. So your role is to realize that this is personal. Why is it personal? I don't like that. Why is it personal? The only other thing that came out in reverse is have sex. Because you can't keep it to yourself. You need to keep shit to yourself, but you don't need, it's like Spirit saying you need to talk to somebody about this because this is very personal to you. You need to talk to somebody about something that's very personal. Like it's a personal thing that you need to talk to somebody about. It could be the having sex part where you're not having sex and your family's getting on your nerves. Why aren't you having sex? Spirit said hold off. Alright, outcome. Because somebody is going to tell you in the end of all this to shut the fuck up. Excuse my language. That's the outcome. Is somebody wants somebody to shut up. Woo. Why do they want them to shut up? Because Ghost Solo came out in reverse, and tantrums are for babies. Okay, so this person throws tantrums, and when they throw tantrums, they threaten to leave. So this person, whoever they are, they're not having sex with the person they're with. This could be a husband and wife. One of them does all the chores, the other one does nothing. They're a lazy person, they're a lazy lover. And then, surprisingly, even though all this is going on, you're going to agree to disagree because of this person just being a total asshole. And you can't do much with that, can you? But in your love life, you feel like you're not good enough, so you're going to work out. This person's not good for you. And then you need to talk to a therapist or someone that you can confide in, because you can't keep this in any longer. It's like, I need to talk to somebody about what's going on. There's a lot going on in your life, okay? And none of it's good. And then whoever this is throws tantrums and threatens to leave you. And you're like, just shut the fuck up. You ain't going nowhere. And they're saying, I don't even care how you feel anyway. And somebody else here feels like they're very hot, smart, and has a great ass. And they think you're lucky for having them. So somebody here is arrogant, right? They're very arrogant. All right, I want to just go one little step deeper here with these. I think what's happening at home? There we go. You're going to have mutual growth. Someone is having mutual growth at home, okay? When you're having to do all the chores, that's not mutual growth. That's one person doing it all. So I feel that this may be someone else. What's going on in that person's work life, the one with the mutual growth? It could be this person. They might be, but it sounds like you might be having a plan B. So I'm not going to say it's this person. The one that's having sex and their family don't get on their nerves. Or maybe they're not having sex, but there's no problems in their family. What's going on with the other person here? Whoa, that's a lot. I'm not taking that. What's going on with the other person here? What's going on with the person with the mutual growth? It could be the same person. And they're no longer going to avoid having this conversation. So someone here is about to break up because they're tired of avoiding this. Remember, not talking to anybody about this, keeping it to themselves, feeling like it's all their fault. Somebody here has been made to feel like this all is because of them. It's all your fault that we can't get along. You're an asshole. You throw tantrums. You don't pull your weight. This was actually never meant to last. It was only meant to be a connection to help you prepare for the one that is. They were never meant to last. They were preparing you. See, and that's what it looks like. Is you're realizing that at home you shouldn't be doing it all. You should be having mutual growth. And so at work you're talking about breaking up, and you're no longer going to avoid this, or that's how Spirit's working. Spirit's saying, so and so, wake up. Tell this person you don't want to be with them anymore. Stop throwing tantrums and do it the adult way, okay? If you don't want to live with them anymore, pack up your stuff. Get a U-Haul, truck, van, semi, whatever, hire a moving company. Surprises. Get your stuff away from there. You're going to be bickering, remember, agreeing to disagree? But someone has decided they're going to chase their potential, and they want domestic bliss. See, this person is realizing that there's more to life than they've been living, and they're ready to move on to something different. All right, and love life. I see somebody here who's really done some work with somebody who really hasn't, and they're wanting things to move in a different direction for them. Love life. There we go. All right, the two of you share the same core values, and you don't want to be in unfaithful. You don't want to do anything that would cause infidelity. So You and this other person, I don't think, share the same core values, and I think there was a lot of infidelity in that relationship, and that's why this person wants to get away from you and no longer has sex with you because they know you were cheating at one time. What's your role here? Oh my goodness. You're realizing that you're with somebody for the wrong reason. This is what you need to talk to somebody about that's personal, okay? This is secret. It's kind of a secret conversation you're going to have. You're going to say, we're not together for the right reasons. It's all the wrong reasons. We're together for convenience, for money, to have a roof over our head, to have a car to drive, because it's just easy and comfortable because it's what we've always known. We could have been together for 20 years, and leaving someone after that long is hard. But you're like, I'm here for the wrong reasons. There's no healthy habits here. We're so unhealthy. And I know where I can find a safe space where I can get shared healing and with somebody who knows how to resolve conflict. So you have someone new, I think, in mind, and you don't want to tell anybody because this is very private. So you have to find someone because you're about to have to tell someone. It may be this person. You may have to tell this person, I don't feel safe here. I've come here for the wrong reasons. Everything here is unhealthy. And I know where I can get shared healing and do conflict resolution. Unless some of you may be working it out with that unhealthy person. But the song Plan B would indicate, or maybe the two of you have come up with a Plan B. Like Plan A wasn't working. Let's do something different. All right, and your role, it could be either way. Take it however you feel like it fits your situation because I don't want to steer you wrong. Somebody has long, like light brown hair, and someone has short brown hair with a lot of bangs that they have to sweep out of their eyes a lot. And the woman has tattoos, and the man has like a sleeve, and he has facial hair, and she has high cheekbones. All right, your role is to know that this is a catalyst flame, and you don't like being seen this way, or maybe you feel like you're the catalyst flame. Something about being seen. You don't like to be seen. It says, in their presence, you feel something rare, full, witnessed, deeply known, and still completely accepted. But you don't feel that way. You don't feel like this person sees you at all. It's like they just don't even see your value. All right, and what's going to be your outcome? That is your outcome, isn't it? All right, surprises. No. Home life. Homework, surprise, love, your role, outcome. So that's your outcome, is you're going to realize that this was a catalyst flame all along. And that you don't feel like this person sees you. And it's not even an enduring love. Okay, so you're having breakup talk with the person you're with, or if you haven't, you're about to. They may be about to surprise you with breakup talk, so I want you to be ready. And what you need to say is, we're together for the wrong reasons. We have unhealthy habits. One of you escapes. I know where I can find. I don't feel like this is a safe space. Even though you think this is safe, it's not safe feeling to me. And I want someone I can share healing with and learn how to resolve conflict without throwing tantrums. So that's what you're going to tell this person, okay? And you're going to say, this is just the beginning for you. Like, you're just learning what it's like. You're the catalyst flame. And I don't see the potential in you that I used to see. You used to show me that you had so much potential, but I don't see that in you anymore. You're not even having sex with this person anymore. You've quit having sex with them. I feel that one of you could still be very sexually active and the other is not. And I think that you may have had sex with other people because of it. How does the collective not F themselves at home? collective, once again, it's the shadow work that has to be done, and to realize that you're born to stand out. So you're not doing shadow work, you're obsessed with something. What's the shadow work in this particular reading that needs to be done by this collective spirit? You got power. You're power hungry, unstable, stagnant, and somebody is repelled, or they used to be. For some reason, that's not a problem anymore. And also jealous. So they used to hate somebody, like, oh, I can't stand that person, and I'm so jealous of them. But now they're not. I guess that person's out of the picture, or they think they are, because I don't think they are. I just think maybe this person may not be talking to them at the moment. For some reason, they may have done something really mean to them. They were being an asshole. That might be why you're going to be surprised that y'all agree to disagree, because they were being so mean. All right, what about work life? What's going on in our work life? How do we not F ourselves at work? Don't speak up. Right now, it's time to be quiet at work, okay? Surprises. Surprisingly, you're going to just have faith, and have some TLC to your home. Your home might need some work done to it. I know mine could use some for sure. Wish I had a good man to help me do it. All right, love life. In your love life, there's something that you need to read. Maybe someone was blocked and they were sending you a lot of text messages and you never read them, or someone left you unread, or something like that. There could be something you're reading in your love life. You could be learning about love languages. You could be learning about healthy conflict resolution. You could be reading some of the books that I put on the community page, because they will send them to you for free. And that organization is opening meditation retreats in Mallorca and in North Carolina. I would love to get a job there. All right, and what about your role? Your role is to... there's people that are partying, but you're not avoiding... Your role is that you're not avoiding toxic people because you're partying with them. Stop partying. All right, and what's your outcome? That you're going to love this journey. You're going on a journey and you're going to love it. Maybe you can't avoid the toxic people that party because you live with them, and you're going to get away from this person. How are they going to love their journey? Don't ask your angels. Feel what you feel. And if they feel that, what will that look like? You will give less fucks. So I think you're finally going to realize that this person is not my responsibility. I took it on and I thought I was going to do this for the rest of my life. But I'm no longer wanting to do this for the rest of my life. So what should you do for the rest of your life? That's what we have to find out. Okay, what should the collective do with the rest of their lives if they're not going to be in this particular relationship? What should the collective do? These are called Divine Oracle Energy by Sonia Touchette. What should the collective do if they don't want to stay in this relationship? What should the collective do? There's one that fell out already. You have to learn how to take the lead and accept disappointment gracefully. So this is going to be disappointing to you, and you don't know how to take the lead. You have to learn how to get in your power. Step into your power and take the lead. And just accept that whatever fell apart here, whatever disappointments you're going to have, accept them gracefully. Something really disappointed you. Just accept it gracefully. And for some reason it's saying, do not take the lead. Forgive and forget. So there's a need here for whatever this disappointment is, to stop trying to be the leader, the controller, and just forgive and forget, okay, if you want to move past this. All right, what about work life? You're going to reassess your work life, admit your vulnerabilities. You're going to You're already doing, I think. You're not going to make any judgments when it comes to what you're thinking about and refining when it comes to your attention. I think you already have that part down. And you just need to admit where you're vulnerable and reassess that. So there's something you're working or your work life you need to assess and admit how vulnerable that you feel. This person, when you talk to them, it may be hard for you to open up to them because of you feeling vulnerable. You don't think things through and you don't refine your attention. That almost has the feel of somebody who's very impulsive and has like an ADHD type feel. Don't be judgmental about this. Reassess the vulnerabilities, but don't judge them, okay? All right, what about surprises? Maybe Spirit's saying, yeah, they have ADHD. Just leave them alone and stop being judgmental. You might be even calling them names. Don't do that. Don't put labels on people. All right, for your surprise is that you're not going to begin to explore. Why are you not doing that? What's the holdup? Hold on a minute. What's your role here? You're not facing your adversities. So there's something that's not going your way, and you need to reflect on the truth. So you don't realize the truth about what's happening here, and you have to face the adversity. There's a lot of adversity coming out. All right, what's the outcome? It looks like you're going to have to go through a hard time to get through this. I'm being honest with you. This is not going to happen easily. The outcome is going to be that you're going to claim your art and trust the divine plan. Claiming your art is about standing up for what you create, not letting other people steal it from you or give you less for it than you deserve. So you know that there's a divine plan when it comes to the things that you create, and you're going to stand up for that. And but you're not going to do all things in moderation. You either have ADHD and you drink to try to slow yourself down or something. There's something here about you being very fast and moving too fast, not thinking things through, being impulsive. Slow down, okay? Slow down. It's not a race. Slow and steady wins the race. I know at my job, I'm working with a guy and he wants to go, 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 go. And at 3 o'clock Friday, I said, I'm knocking off. I've already worked 2 nights this week till 8:30. I showed you how to do what we needed to do, what was required for today, and Monday is another day. I mean, there's no point in trying to learn. You can't build Rome in a day, sweetheart. So I finally got him off the phone and he hasn't called me back because I'm not letting him. I'm not answering. It's the weekend. You know what I'm saying? All right, what would this person say to the one that they're living with or in the relationship with where there's no sex? What would the one say who's being the asshole? I can't handle your love, sexual desire, and people don't believe in me. So for some reason, that's why they don't feel like they're good enough. It's like people never believe in this person. And they don't want to be in love with whoever they're with because of sexual desire. I feel like in this case, they don't have any. You don't believe in me, and I don't want to be with you because I don't even have desire to be with you. And I was also hurt by you. Okay, so that's what's going on with the one who won't have sex. What's going on with the one that they're dealing with? Drama. This is causing a lot of drama, and please do what's best for your heart came out in reverse. So there's drama here, and this person's like, you're not leaving me, you're stuck with me. And this other person's like, but I feel lonely, I have to have a plan B. I thought this was going to be my forever. I thought you were going to always be my woman or my man, but I can't keep doing this. I have sexual desires and needs that have to be met. I'm young enough to meet them, and you're holding me back because you don't want what's best for me. You want to cause me drama. Why are they doing that? Childhood wounding is why they're doing that. What would they say for why they're doing that? Because these feelings are eating me alive and I have childhood trauma. Thank you, Spirit. I love it when you do that. This person needs to do some healing. You are so different from everyone around me. Who is that? That doesn't sound like either one of these. This is the one who got out. This is the one who left you, and they don't understand you. They do understand you, is what it's saying. That was Amazon. I haven't ordered anything from them in forever. It's saying I wish I could understand you, but in reverse. And I want out in reverse. So it's like they got out because they tried to understand you, but they couldn't. And you're not nice. You are too nice. Whoa, it's Freudian slip. You are too nice. I don't deserve your kindness. So this person was too nice to you, and you took advantage of their kindness, and they just left. They left because they could see that you were a piece of hot mess work that they did not want to try to work on. Okay, Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this situation when it comes to home life? And then we're going to move on to Q&A. Hey, Kailash, thank you, baby, for being here. You can get us a list together. You need to get off of these drugs, alcohol, or whatever's causing you habits. You need to detox and trust the universe when it comes to your home life, okay? We have Aquarius and Taurus showing up together. All right, so at home it's time to get off the detox, whatever you need to detox. It might just be people, okay? All right, what about work life, or how are you working in the collective's life? If you don't have a job, or even if you do, sometimes it's just you have to breathe through the tensions that you're going through. You're going through a lot of tensions. Someone here could live where there's a lot of mountains and desert area, snakes, scorpions. This is a Scorpio. There's a bull here. This is Taurus. There's a woman here who is holding the earth with her energy. It's like she's connected to the world. Trust in the universe. This woman trusts in the universe. I don't know who she is. This Aquarius vibe and this Taurus vibe wants you to detoxify, and the Scorpio vibe is saying, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. All right, surprises. There's a lot of moon showing up. Full moon here in Cancer. Stop being afraid. Whoever this is so afraid. And they won't step into their power, and they won't forgive also. We have Pisces here and Aries here. And those two signs are very unforgiving, and so is the Scorpio. But Scorpio's not being unforgiving. Scorpio's working on helping the other vibes to breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Breathe through this tension. You don't have to let this tension be your tension. This is somebody else's tension. Sorry about the microphone. All right, and love life. In your love life, someone won't be real with you. They're being fake, and they won't go any deeper than that. You can't go deep when you're fake. If you have someone in your love life who's being phony, and they won't be real, and they won't go deeper, we have new moon in Scorpio and full moon in Aquarius. That's not going to work. All right, and your role here, you got to be real with people. You can't be fake. Your role here is to leave the past behind, but you're not doing it. It's like you can't let go of the past. All right, what's going to happen next? The outcome. You're going to speak your world into being and find balance. So good for you. You're finally going to figure out what's important. Gemini is here with Libra. And push through any insecurities. And we saw you had a shit ton of those. Whoever you are, you had a whole bunch of those. All right, Spirit. I feel like this reading has been a bit scattered, but at the same time, I feel like it probably made sense to somebody. What spiritual gifts are going on at home? That heart that's been broken is mending. All right, what about work? So, at work, your loved ones in spirit are helping you to get into nature, to do natural things or whatever that means to you. I have number 20 and number 25, and I also have number 16, which could be a 7 or even a 5 because it's reversed. So we have 20, 25, and 16. All right, surprises. No more celebrating. I think somebody's going to finally give up the drinking and drugging. There's an angel helping them. Somebody is helping somebody give up their addictions. And love life. What's going on in the love life of this collective? There's going to be a doorway open for you for some reason. Why is the doorway here? Whoa, because you need protection. You remember I said you weren't protected? And because of feathers. Somehow feathers and not being protected in your love life. Alright, and your role. Your role is that you feel like you've lost your mind, but you're traveling. And somebody doesn't have any wisdom here. You feel like you've lost your mind because you're gonna go see somebody, and you feel like this is not a wise decision. Number 32. Sorry, number 34 and number 4. 32, 34, and 4. 11, 14, and 36. And we have number 2 and number 6 here. And then the outcome. This is going to end up being your tree of life, your family tree. And the clouds are here again. The clouds. Okay, so that can mean you're going to go on an airplane ride with this travel. You're going to see somebody. Your role is to go see somebody, to actually travel to see somebody, is what it looks like to me. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Let's see how the angels are helping, and then we're going to get some guidance and close. How are the angels helping? The angels are giving you happiness where you've been unhappy. What about work? Very unhappy home situation for somebody. Your health. The angels are working on your health. Or you might work in health care. Alright, surprises. You could be a nurse or a doctor or a paramedic or anything in the medical profession. A PA, or you could work at the front desk. The angel of solitude. Surprisingly, you're going to be alone. Alright, love life. You're going to have past issues that you're dealing with that the angel is going to help you deal with. You remember the shadow work in your love life? The angels are going to help you do all of that so you no longer have that going on. And your role. Your role here? Your role here is to be just tranquil, to be chill. And then the outcome. You're going to get balance in your life again. And people from your past that have crossed over are going to give you the wisdom that you need to get balance. In fact, I think they've been trying to do that for a long time, and you just haven't been listening. And then you have your faith again showing up, your angel of faith, your beliefs. Someone's health is not good. They're working on that. They're helping you to be at peace and be tranquil. Trying to help you to stay calm in a situation that should really not be a calm situation. I feel that you should probably be really sad and depressed, but the angels are helping you not to be. Alright, what about home life for our money, Spirit? For our money, there's a counselor and charity. The counselor's in reverse. So maybe you're not able to see a counselor because you don't have enough money. And there's an organization that offers free counseling. Check into that, okay? Alright, what about work life? At work, your soul tribe came out in reverse. It's like you're not in the right place. You're not with the people you're supposed to be with. Alright, surprises. You're not going to juggle, and the past is here. You may have tried to do too much in the past, and you're going to stop doing that. Or you could have been juggling something. People, places, whatever. Alright, love life. In your love life, you're a student. You might be learning about or you're on the right path, and you're not going to be a workaholic with this job either. Like I said, that guy's not going to call me when I'm off. No, you're on the right path, and you're learning a lot. Whatever you're doing, you don't have to be in traditional school here. This could be just a card of learning a lot in your on your job. All right, love life. Oh wait, your role. You're going to have a rescuer, or you're going to be one. You could rescue animals, or someone could come to your aid. Why is rescuer here? I always like to clarify that card when it comes out alone. Because of somebody's spirituality, and they don't use the underground. They don't go into the underground. Can be dark magic, it can be death, it can be taxes, it can be sex. It's like this person doesn't dabble in the dark side. They are just a very spiritual lighted person. They shine. Why aren't you in the right soul tribe? Because you went the wrong way. So it's time for you to get into the right soul tribe. And if you need one, you're welcome here. And if you like it here, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I will pull lottery numbers at the end of the Q&A, okay? All right, your role, that is your role. What's your outcome? You need to get to the right people. Your outcome is going to be risk, something you can't see, and it's temporary. Can you show us what it is? It's justice for your health, where you had a huge loss and you weren't able to be persistent. What's going to be the outcome of that? Somebody's going to be a crafter? What's the crafting? It's undecided. They don't know yet. Can you get... Oh, they're an artist. They're going to craft you something, and they're an artist. Anything else we need to know about any of the stuff on the board? You're going to be sharing. Your home is here. And you're not going to be a perfectionist. And the office is not about sports. It's an office with sports in reverse. Why is that here? Because of your stability. Outcome of your stability. You're going to celebrate something. The office is going to bring you stability, and it's unlocking something also. I think you're going to have a lot of success if you're working in a new office. I think it's going to bring you a lot of security, and it's going to happen real fast, okay? It's not going to take a long time. I think you're going to get a promotion rather quickly with your new position. I know I feel like I am. I think that I've finally found where I belong and where I can really grow, and woo! I have skills that other people don't have. Okay, angel cards for the collective spirit. What's the guidance from our angels? May I see, please? Woo! That'll work. I am clear and focused on my life purpose. You remember I said somebody couldn't focus? I confidently move forward towards my destiny. Life purpose angels, we can help you gain clarity on your purpose and guide you to move confidently and swiftly in the right direction. And then, I release the past with gratitude and forgiveness. I joyfully create the future of my dreams. And then Archangel Jophiel, as the beauty of God, I can help you see the positive in any situation. Put on my uplifting rose-colored glasses. I am beautiful. The world is beautiful, and my future is beautiful. My memory is perfect. Remember I said somebody was having trouble with feeling crazy? They might be having memory problems. My memory is perfect. I remember everything easily. Archangel Zadkiel, call upon me, the Archangel of Memory, when you need to increase your mental abilities, remember facts, or release unhappy memories. There's something maybe making you feel a little crazy, and it could be memories from your past that you need to let go of. All right, I'm being told to pull one more thing. Alrighty, and then I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, I'll take some Q&A, and I'll pull lottery numbers. Actually, I'm being told to do two more things, so I'm going to do that. I haven't done this in quite a while. It's been a while since I've done things this way. All right, Spirit, what's the guidance to this person? or these people. Oh, you got two cards. You got on your own terms and priority of purpose with white sage. These are not very long. I'm just going to read you the top section of them. 35, 30, and 23. I got to get something to drink. Here's 30 right here. You are a dreamer, but you are also meant to be a doer. Remember I said somebody was kind of lazy? It's the right time to cast off some of the demands of your time and attention that are keeping you from pursuing your true purpose. Remember, you need to get on the right path. If you have many dreams, that's fine, but it is wise to focus on what you can do now. Allow the other dreams to percolate in the background for a while. When it's time to attend to them, you'll know. For now, do what you can and don't be afraid to make a sacrifice or two along the way. These sacrifices will be repaid in more ways than you can currently know. You won't lose anything by dropping the distractions and going for it. And then number 30, priority of purpose. Hey, Christie. Sorry I haven't had a chance to say hello to everybody, but I'll be back in a moment to do that. Number 35 gets me a list, okay? You are not the person you once were. You know it, but others might not always be ready to let the old you go so easily. Do not allow yourself to be shoved back into patterns of behavior that are not true to who you are now. You have worked hard to grow and become this new self. Believe that she is more real than the old you, even if it is less familiar to others and maybe even to you at this stage. All that will change, and what is new now will become familiar and easy for you to sustain in the near future. Be stubborn in a good way whilst you and others around you come to realize that the new you is the real you. And I remember in 2020 when I went through that myself, people did not want to accept that I had this gift. And the ones that accepted it are still in my life, and the ones who didn't are not. And I'm okay with that because I'm in the right soul tribe. You need to get in the right soul tribe. Number 23. In the wrong soul tribe, it can absolutely stifle your growth and you will hide it because you get tired of justifying yourself and you shouldn't have to. It's safe to let things unfold as they will. You do not need to fix things nor try to force something to happen. The universe is already working things out for you. There's no need to question your visions or your intuition just because situations are working out differently to how you thought they would. The universe is a little bent and certainly has a sense of humor, but ultimately it is kind and knows the best way to accomplish all that needs to happen. You are very much part of this. All things will come together in the correct way at the best time. The universe has your back. Trust that all is well and you are being helped. And that's that, I think, protection that you needed. So you just need to trust that everything's going to be okay. It might not look like it. The universe might do this in a way that you like never saw coming, but you will see why eventually. Best friend. What would best friend say to this collective spirit? What would our best friend say to us? To do your best, you must rest and invest in the new. So, yeah, you need to get some rest and you need to invest in somebody new. I think there's somebody new with their eye on you, and they're not coming forward yet for some reason. I'm not quite sure why they're not coming forward yet. All right, show me the trinkets that might resonate with this reading today, Spirit. Who might be resonating? Like, share, subscribe, and hype if you're able. Okay, babies? I love you guys. I got a feather. You might be finding black feathers. Somebody needs some tires or some wheels or something rubber. I have the skeleton riding a motorcycle. I got a starfish. I have a crystal. I got a music note, an angel. I got an archway. I got a hand holding a heart. I got a hangman. I got it's like a skull. It's like a coin. On the back it says "fuck forever," and I think that's what you're essentially saying here. Is I thought I was going to be with this person forever, but I got to come up with a plan B because there's no sex, there's no chemistry, there's no connection. They're lazy, and I'm tired of doing it all. I'm tired of being lonely, even with someone. It takes a big heart to teach little minds. I have a Pegasus. I have the Archangel Michael. Oh, and then I have, let's check this out, y'all. The letter M. Somebody's name could start with an M. I have a tree of life. Remember, it's going to lead to your family tree. A whale tail. An elephant. I have a razor blade. Please don't do anything to hurt yourself. In the description box, it shows how to call for support, or you can reach out to me or your local ER, emergency room, doctor, healthcare provider. There's a heart with the nursing cat. Remember I said somebody was in the medical profession? Huh, you might like to go fishing too. I have a dollar sign. Somebody's going to make a lot more money at work in the very near future. Somebody says, I love you more. There's an owl here for that wisdom you were learning. The word love. A compass, so you know which way to go. A leaf, something could happen in the fall. And I also have an engagement ring, a very beautiful princess cut diamond engagement ring, which is my favorite kind. This one's not real, but it's really beautiful. It's not, yeah, it's princess cut. It's probably about a carat, maybe. You could have a really nice diamond engagement ring coming, some of you, okay? Or you may have gotten one recently. All right, Spirit, who are you talking to? Wait, Capricorn, Neptune, CVLRWT number 9. No, and a O. DCEJ Pisces PFR Neptune number 12. We got Pisces and Neptune. I got Virgo, the Sun, H7CATHOM. Huh. I got cat, I got hat, I got mat, I got ha, ho ha, I got tam. Huh. Okay, I can't go any further with that. I get in the zone. I got Sagittarius, Jupiter, number 10, WKSGDFK. And I think I said S. S, 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 S. Alright, you guys. Kailash, I'll be right back. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes to get me something to drink, and I shall return. We'll do Q&A, and then I'm going to pull lottery numbers for anyone who's left. So stick around because they are going to pull those numbers tonight in the United States. I don't know about where you live, but I shall be right back. Entertain one another, please, until I get back. toilet paper towel or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's what it is. It's paper towel. I don't remember ordering them. I guess they're on auto route. You can get out when I fix my dinner. We get something to eat tonight. All of them. Yeah, all of them. Really good. I'm back. Let me tell you what I did. I told that guy that I'm training at work, I said, do not reach out to anybody in management other than the one that's right above us or me. I'm not in management, but I'm training him. Don't ask him anything unless it's about money for your raise or something like that. Otherwise, leave them alone. Don't bother them. He emailed the owner of the company and asked her something stupid. Okay, I'll just pull lottery numbers. You heard Cosmo. If we don't have a list, I can do lottery numbers. If we have a list, I'll do it. So Christie is on the list so far. Could Christie post your question if it's okay with Kailash? Anyway, he asked her about getting us all these things for the job, like toys and stuff like that. And he was asking her about getting some training, and then he said, because Christy's taking me out with her. And she responded back to him and she said, Christy shouldn't be taking you out to see anybody. You should be doing that yourself. You and her both need to be doing that twice a week yourself. And I told him not to do it, but he did it anyway. So I had to go by the office, and then I was going to introduce him to one more client. And when I walked in the office, the owner was standing in the office. And at first I looked at her and I just glanced, and I had to do a double take. I was like, is that the owner? I said, hey, how are you doing? And she said, I'm good. And I said, I'm just getting some papers printed, and then I'm going to head back out and meet with somebody else. And I had sent her an email myself because my time cards were wrong the last two paychecks. And she said, what's going on with so-and-so? And I said, can we talk in private? And she said, yeah. So we went in this office alone, and I said, he is having a really hard time. And so I've kind of taken him under my wing, and I'm teaching him the dynamics of working in the community. And he's not picking it up real fast. I'm having to help him, like, throat chakras closing for hours and hours and hours for him to grasp one thing that should take 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And she said, okay. She said, I'm going to have a talk with him. He's going to have to step it up, or we're going to have to find somebody else. And I said, the truth is that I should be the team lead. And she said, I know you should. And I said, I also want to see this team double in size by the end of this month. Before the 1st of August, I want our team to double in size, and I can still continue to train him and get my hours. I said, you'll have to be a little patient with me to get the paperwork done, but I'll also get that done too, and I'll keep his job up so that when I hand it to him, it'll be handed to him very neatly and not scattered all over the place. And she just looked like... But something tells me, because that night when I got home, I had emailed her 3 days before about my time being wrong. And she saw me because I didn't even show up to the office until 4:30, and I told her I had to go see another client. So she saw that I am actually, and I asked her. I said, "Can you correct those things in the email?" And I heard back from them, and the lady in HR said, "Is it okay if I correct that paycheck and put it on this coming Friday?" And it was 5.5 hours they hadn't paid me from my last paycheck. And she said, "And fix the one from now?" And the owner said yes. And I said, "Okay, thank you so much, Stacy." And I said, she's the owner. I said, also, thank you, ladies. I said, I'm going to head on to bed now because it's late and I just got home. But I have a feeling the way she was thinking, and, her head was going, she's going to have to come up with a backup plan. And I think that backup plan is going to be, it's going to result in me having a position that's made just for me. that's going to come with a huge increase in pay and a large salary. Because what I'm gifted at is what she needs. She needs somebody who can start new teams and get them structured. So all she has to do is put people in their places and then have somebody who can train them to do their job. And having a trainer who can start programs would be a lot better than having somebody who works under you training you. You understand what I'm saying? And this company is growing like wildfire. So she really needs somebody that has my skills and that can train people patiently. So I have a feeling I'm about to get a pretty big promotion with a new job title. Maybe not right away because she wants me to get this one up and running to see how well I do on this one. But I will have it doubled by the end of the month, and I will have it doubled again, the entire caseload, which will be like 46 people. I'm going to double that again and have a whole nother team ready to go. And when that happens, that's when she's going to say, okay, you got that structured. Let's get you to come over here and structure this one. And that's when I'm going to say, let's talk about money. Let's talk about plan B. And also that bonus that was on the ad that you gave me when I applied. I didn't apply for this job. They scouted me, but there was a $1,000 sign-on bonus, and I'd like to have my bonus because I feel like by that time I will have earned it. And then my money problems will be nearly over because right now I'm in catch-up mode. I'm trying to catch up everything that got behind. Anybody for a question? I'm so grateful for my job and for the people that I'm working with, that they see my value and that they allow me to be me. They don't try to water me down. They don't try to fit me in a smaller box than I can fit in. And they give me the ability to be myself and to do what I'm good at, even though it's not my job title. It's raining. It's not raining here, but we had a beautiful thunderstorm last night, and I was enjoying it so much. You haven't received whose email? Are you talking to somebody else? Stony has a question. Is she on the list? Is she still here? Who's still here? We got Kailash and who else? You've been drinking too much. Please help you with moderation. Spirit, please help Kailash with moderation. Hey, Stony. Thank you for being here. I see Christie saying awesome. Hold on, let me go back up. Stony wants to know, what does the rest of the year look like for her? My family are ill. Christy said, anyone in my family will receive healing soon. It looked like they were working on it, Christy. But let's ask your angels to get a yes or no. Improving health came out and communicate clearly. Will this health get better soon, Spirit, for whoever's struggling in Christy's family? The situation will improve, Christy. There's something about romance coming out over here, reversed. So you could be having some trust issues with someone you're in love with, and Spirit just wants to acknowledge they're aware of that also. But they're saying that the people who are ill in your family are going to have improvement. Where they haven't been having any, I didn't ask something correctly. What's going on with the romance? Is that going to work out? Within the next few months, if somebody doesn't love you or you feel like they don't, it's going to change in the next few months. Right now, it's just not the right time, okay? That's what I'm getting for you, for your family getting well. It does look like they are. It just might take a little bit more time or a little less time than I asked about. Stoney, you want to see what's going on for the rest of the year? Let me find my deck that I'm looking for. There's a deck missing, and I think it's in my bedroom. Hang on one second. I have a lot of cards that are still in my other room that I need to bring in here. These are just a few of them, but at least now I have the one I was looking for you. All right, Spirit. When it comes to the rest of the year, we're in July, right? What is August going to look like for Stoney? What can Stoney expect for August? In August, Stoney, you're going to have the call. I don't know what that means to you. It's number 20. The call is like the calling. The Spirit could be calling you to do something. Or it could be someone who's in no contact with you that you're expecting to never hear from again. They may call. I don't know. You have to decide that with your own intuition. All right. September. September is going to be a wheel. And I'm not going to lie to you. September is going to be a heavy month for you. There's a wheel coming that's going to bring a 9 of Wands and a 5 of Wands. So when this wheel happens, you're going to have to really learn how to stand up for yourself and how to fight back. Somebody's going to challenge you. You're going to be challenged in September. I think the universe is challenging you. My throat chakra's been closed the whole time. Alright, I'm going to tell you what these cards mean, okay? I have the freedom to explore the ideas that seem the most far-fetched. What seems crazy today proves tomorrow to be brilliant. Like a child willing to stretch her imagination when a new playmate comes into the garden. I open to more people and new ideas, intrigued by what is novel and unfamiliar. This is a time for what is counterintuitive, for appreciating the ideas from out in left field and what they might offer. So you're going to get some ideas or some things that are just going to come from out of left field and they're unfamiliar to you. But you need to be ready for that because there's a wheel bringing that to you. And it's the 9 of Wands type feel. Let's see what that says. These are different. I need to stop, wait, look around me before proceeding further. My sense of uncertainty is my inner wisdom telling me to bring illumination to my situation, to allow insights to arrive and guide me before I take my next step. Questioning is good. I will look carefully to see if a different path may be right for the... Okay, so you're going to get called in August. Spirit, I started to say Jesus. I don't know if you believe in Jesus, but Spirit is calling you to do something. And Spirit is even bringing a wheel. Maybe you're going to be a little hesitant to try what Spirit's saying because it sounds far-fetched. And Spirit is going to bring you this... Okay, stop, wait, look. Look carefully. See how she's looking carefully at the stars? She's not making any moves. Those are the wands in this deck. And she's unsure of what this means. So she's going to stop. She's going to wait. She's going to look around. And then these people are going to arrive with their ideas. And some of them are not good ideas. See how she's ignoring them? Don't ignore these ideas. Don't ignore these people just because they're unfamiliar. These people are being sent to your path to get you into your calling. Okay, that's what I see here so far. And we also have the Page of Fire. And this could come even through a child out of the mouth of babes. Okay, all right. October. October, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles are here. So there's going to be two women and an Emperor. And something is going to end very painfully for somebody here. One of these women, it's a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Sagittarius. And it's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Aries, and then we have some Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy also. That's November, okay? So in November, there's a very powerful masculine here. Number 4 and number 10 are here. So we have 14. We have number 5, number 9. That's 14, right? Yeah. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Call. So that's number 20. The Wheel is number 10. So we have 39, 44, 44, and 4. So 444. There's two women here. Something's going to end painfully, and it has to do with an Emperor. So I had August, September, October, November for Stony. Stony, the Four of Wands is here for November. The Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It looks like you might end up having some sort of celebration like Thanksgiving or something in November. I don't know if you celebrate that, but you could have a marriage or you could go to a party in November. And you're going to get really exciting news about somebody who wants to give you something. All right. December. Damn it, girl. In December, you're going to have a Two of Cups and an Ace of Wands. So whatever's going on here, this is building on. Did you understand what I was saying? It's building up to this by December. And it's going to transform your situation. Somebody, it looks like the water sign. I'm not saying it is. You can reverse any roles you need to. But it looks like this water sign, this love, this is a very loving, kind, compassionate, sweet, bakes cookies, sews, you know, she does things like that. She likes to go out to the beach. She likes to go fishing. She likes to play sports. But the Queen of Pentacles is wife material, and she always becomes the Empress. And I think this Emperor might be choosing her, or this might both offer somebody an opportunity with stability to one of these women. This is the backup plan. Whoever he's with right now, he's going to end that, and he's going to offer stability to you. And when he does, I think you're going to marry him. You're going to tell people you're marrying him, and that you're going to also become a very benevolent person because he's wealthy. This is a wealthy man. He's secure. He has plenty of money. He can have anyone he wants, but he's choosing you over someone else Why is he not choosing the other person? Because this person has hurt him deeply. So whoever has hurt this emperor deeply, they're leaving. They're having plan B. And the wheel is going to bring a lot of friction. I want you to stay calm in September. How can she stay calm in September? The Hierophant is here. And the King of Swords is here. So this man might actually come across to you as someone who doesn't want to be with you in September. But he's only doing that because he's going through so much with someone else that's hurt him. And hurt people hurt people. Do you understand? Scorpio, do you understand? And look, this is causing you to feel like you have just lost all faith in everything. But hold on to your faith, okay? Because what I see you having is a relationship or a partnership with someone who wants to have either sex with you or to create something beautiful. This could also be a baby. What are they creating, Spirit? Spirit said, use your intuition. The Queen of Swords is here. And see, he's the King of Swords over here. The two of you could both be air signs or not. You don't have to be. But the two of you are intellectual, smart. You're fair. You do things the right way. You don't take shortcuts. You don't allow others to take shortcuts. She has a bird, an owl, a white owl. This is a very wise woman, and this is a very wise man. And the two of them are going to end up together somehow. Maybe the two of you have been in no contact because this person was extremely mean to you. But you know deep down inside that even though they have chosen this other person has hurt them the way you were hurt. I think they have gotten back what they deserve from that karma. And that's why the Hierophant is here. That's like a traditional place you go, like church or a hospital or something like that, an institution. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Whatever's been so heavy for you this year, outcome of the Ten of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Cups. So you're going to be independent. You're going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You're going to move away from the troubles that you've been involved with throughout the last year. And it looks like you're going to heal from all the losses that you've had. And you're going to also perfect something when it comes to your work. You're going to really work hard at something. Okay? Alright, Arushi's next, and she wants to know what's unfolding next in her life. I'm sorry if I got a little bit out of order. If you're wanting to get lottery numbers, stick around because I'm going to pull 8 and a Powerball. And I'm going to figure out how to do that. I got to find something to put them in. But we'll figure that out. My throat chakra has been closed. Spirit said to give you one more message. This is a bonus message, Tony. Sagittarius is here with the Knight of Wands. The Strength is here. The Knight of Pentacles is here. And the Hanged Man is here. So when it comes to 2 women, this could be the same 2 women. Or it could be 2 younger women. This could be teenagers in your life. One of them is very stubborn and she wants to do everything her way, and she is good at it, so you have to give her that. She's a very strong, I think both of these women are very strong, and they're seeing something from a different perspective when it comes to manifesting. Outcome of the Hanged Man. There it is. That's where the Ace of Fire is coming from. And the Queen of Pentacles. Remember I said she was going to be the one that ended up with this. And she started out very slowly. This one right here goes fast, but when they come in fast, they go out just as fast a lot of times. Okay, depending on who they're coming into. You don't come into the Emperor in the night energy, and you've matured, so. Alright, Arushi, could you... I'm going to go back to hers. What's unfolding in my life? What's unfolding in Arushi's life? Spirit, show me what's unfolding in Arushi's life. May I see, please? The Empress and the Nine of Wands. The Empress is in reverse, and so is the Knight of Wands. What's unfolding in Arushi's life, Spirit, in the coming next year? The Queen of Wands, the King of Wands and the Empress in reverse. So you could have been a woman who was dealing with a man who only wanted you for sex. Show me what's unfolding for the rest of the year for Arushi. You're going to heal from some sadness, and you're still not standing in your power yet. Show me what's unfolding in August. I'm getting things in reverse. I have the Six of Swords in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Three of Pentacles is when you are working on something and other people admire your work. And so you're going back somewhere. It's like you're going back to something where people really admire your work. Maybe school in September. What is that? August. That was August. All right, September. What's going on with Arushi in September? September for Arushi, Spirit. What's coming toward Arushi in September? Arushi, same thing for you in September. There's going to be some challenges. All right, what should she do about these challenges? Some people are going to try to fight you. It's like there's a lot of competition wherever you're at. You're also going to have a wheel. There's a Queen of Wands in reverse. They don't play fair. But you are going to look back at how this person was and how unfairly they acted. And you're going to realize this ain't over. Alright, why is it not over? What's going to be the outcome when it ends? The Fool is here. And the Seven of Cups in reverse. Somebody's going to finally realize that they've been risking everything by choosing the wrong things. Alright, how does that affect Arushi? It's caused manipulation. It's caused you not to know what's coming next. And it's caused you to lose your patience. Alright, what about October? Oh, Arushi. In October, you're going to get an offer from an institution, a job, or something like that. This could be a hospital or medical center. And this place has had no change. It's like this place is stagnant. But you are going to get an offer to this place. Why are they offering it to her? You have something they need like I do at work. Why are they offering it to her? Because there's a King of Wands that's going to get rid of a King of Swords. And he's going to have an exciting message. He wants to tell somebody something exciting. Or it could be a child. It's like there's a King of Wands here and a King of Swords and a child. Why are these people here that haven't changed? This could also be an offer for a marriage. Because you already know why Spirit said. Spirit said, I don't have to explain this to you. You already know the High Priestess came out. You already understood every word I said. Alright, so August, September, October. What about November? In November, that Empress is healing. Oh, she tried to turn around. I'm going to leave her sideways. She's healing from all of her losses. Her stability is out of whack. And she's been in denial. and she's it has to do with her temperance. What is she going to do differently to get this turned around? November is your turning point. Actually, October is, but it's going to really start showing up in November. You're going to get this surprise. There's going to be a surprise. What's the surprise? Or it could be a friendship. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Your surprise is that you're going to get victory over a Knight of Wands who has no vehicle, no way around. Like, this person couldn't come and see you if they wanted to. And you're going to realize that they are the source of your instability. And you essentially are going to say, you know what? I can do bad by myself. I'm going to stand up here. And I'm going to go with this King of Wands. Outcome of going with the King of Wands. You're going to heal. And you're going to stop communicating with that King of Swords. And you're going to have this passionate new beginning. I think this King of Wands is really into you. December, Spirit. In December, the truth is going to come in. The clarity is going to come in about a King of Pentacles who may want to marry you, but he's acting like he doesn't. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse for December? Because of the Queen of Cups not working. Remember I said in the other reading the Queen of Cups wasn't working out? Why is she not working? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? Because of a new love. So you might be her and you might not have to work anymore. There's a King of Pentacles that wants to marry you, and he's trying to get clarity on whether or not you love him. And he doesn't want you to work anymore. He just wants you to let him take care of you. But you don't see his perspective. What do you see? What's the truth about this man? You're not sure. You're soul searching about whether or not he would leave you out in the cold. And whether or not he would not bring you happiness. Let's see if we can find out the truth about this man. This King of Pentacles, the one that turns into that Emperor that we saw in the last reading. Can you show me if he's the right choice for Arushi? Would the King of Pentacles be the right choice? He's coming in with love where you feel like you don't have any fulfillment when it comes to love in your life. With the King of Pentacles, look, there it is right there. You need to get balance in your life again. Your money's been kind of struggling. And that would bring you the emotional fulfillment that you need. Who's bringing this? Who's bringing this? It's not going to be given to you. It's not benevolence. It's not charity. Who is this masculine bringing this to Arushi, or feminine? Whoever's bringing this stability, where's it coming from? It's coming from you being in denial about ending something. It's like, I don't know what I should do. What do I do about ending this? What do I go this way or do I go that way? How do I end this? How does she end this? The truth is going to come out. You don't have to do it. The truth is coming out. Where you've been in hermit mode about a relationship and a person who will never leave you out in the cold. I'm telling you, this person really wants to take care of you. And they want to marry you. And they want it to be traditional. They want it to be known. And I think that you're having a hard time accepting someone who would treat you this well because you've never been treated this well before. Okay? And if so, it's been a very long time. Okay? That's what I see coming down the road for you, baby. If I could give her one oracle card that would sum up the entire rest of the year, what would it be? Community came out for you. Getting in the community where you belong, having the right people around you, and this is going to bring you the relaxation. I'm telling you, this man doesn't want you to work. If you want to work, I don't think he would stop you, but he's not depending on your money. He doesn't need it. I see a very wealthy man coming into your future, Arushi, okay? Just be open And keep your arms and your eyes wide open for this man to show up. You will recognize him as soon as you look into his eyes. Show me what Arushi needs to know, Spirit. There it is, right there. I am stronger than my sorrows. My hope and faith always prevail. See, this other person has put you through a lot of sorrows being with another woman that could have been a friend of yours, and she did them wrong. Now they don't want to be with her anymore, and they're coming up with plan B, which should have been plan A all along, and you know that. Archangel Azrael, I am the healer of sorrows and loss. Allow me to bring you comfort and relieve anything weighing upon your heart. And we saw that over and ago. Why can't I talk, Mercury? Over and again in the reading that you were seeing sorrows, multiplying of sorrows. You're welcome, Stony. You're so welcome. Let me pull one more card if you're still here. If I could pull one oracle card for Stony, showing her what's coming up in the next year, what would you tell her is coming up? You got two. You're going to go through that healing chaos that I showed you. Don't worry about it. I don't want you to worry about it. I don't think this is necessarily yours unless you get engaged in it. Stay out of it. But you're going to go through change. The chaos could be someone in your family. It could be those younger people. And it's going to also bring the truth to the light, where they've been lying to you all the time. They're no longer going to be able to lie. I feel like someone could get locked up in jail here, and then you might have to make a decision as to whether or not to help them. Excuse me. Hey. Okay. You want to know how 32, how G feels about me? Let me see how G feels about you. Let's find out. Let me see if my dog's outside, because he sounds like he's outside barking. Otto, are you outside, sweetheart? Otto. Okay. I must be hearing the neighbor's dogs, but it's too hot out there to leave my baby outside. My baby be inside. I have a big, big destiny, and I know it's bigger than what I'm living right now, and I can't wait to see what it is. Hoping in reverse and resistance in reverse. All right, you want to know how G, 32-year-old, feels for Claudia. All right, when it comes to Claudio or Claudia, so show me there was a card that fell out. Two of them. Three of them. They're hoping, oh, a whole ship ton. Okay. They're conflicted. All right, when I see that card, I don't like this person at all. They're not ready. They're chasing. They don't want to be in pain. They don't want to lust. And they don't want to cause an emotional storm. Okay, that was probably your reading right there, but I'm going to put them back, and I'm going to keep going. When it comes to Claudia, the Aries, and her 32-year-old person, or is it Claudio? G. Show me G's feelings. Only G's feelings. May I see G's feelings towards Claudio, please? Or Claudia. G's feelings are that he knows he made mistakes because he needed to stop being so prideful. And he feels bad about this. Should they consider taking this person back, Spirit? Beauty came out in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Because it's time. So you could be older. He's 32. You could be older than him. What's the truth about beauty? You're nourishing And you'll never leave this person. Alright, so what might be the outcome here? Someday, one day, another time, this is going to be... Somebody's going to hit their breaking point with whatever they're dealing with. That could be the person that's actually shallow, the person they're dealing with. This person may be calling you shallow because they are so full of their ego. But one day, someday, another time, there's going to be a breaking point that reveals the depth of this connection. Until then, you're going to both suffer in silence. I think both of you know that the beauty could be the other person. It's like, I don't want to be with them. They're not even beautiful anymore. Like, I'm not even attracted to them. They're like a mommy to me now or a daddy to me now. They're so much older than me, and I want to be with someone younger, my own age. But they don't want to leave somebody who's sick. That's what I'm getting for you. And what might be the ultimate outcome of this relationship if it moves in a positive direction with free will and everything involved? Somebody's going to have an apology. Alright, secrets. Secrets is that somebody is getting the courage from Jupiter to take action on a new beginning, to practice self-care, and to work on their instability. What's being shown? That they have to choose a direction. And what will they choose? A family, home, and commitment. Because for one thing, they're spying on you. They think this is over and that you would reject them. That's not true, though. Oh, and they're awakening. They're awakening. Once they awaken, how will they feel? They'll feel the chemistry. There will be seeds planted in spring, but not in summer. So you might not see this person this summer. They're not grateful enough. But by spring, you might see this person, and you could even get pregnant if you're still of childbearing age, because you're going to end up having a family, home, and commitment, it looks like to me. Okay, baby? Yep. You are. You too, Urushi. Thank you for letting me read for you, baby. Alright, unless somebody else has a question, I would like... Spirit, what would you say the trajectory of my future in the next year is going to be overall? Happiness came out. And being patient. How about my finances? You're going to get purified from toxic people and have a lot of pleasure in your finances, Christie. Why do you say I have no courage? Because you're going to be enlightened. Somebody's going to start sending you on adventures. I'm going to have this aha moment where I realize that my job is going to change and I'm going to start doing a lot of traveling. And what might that look like? Oh my God. Success, release, and a new beginning. That's beautiful, Spirit. And be still. You're going to be still. You're going to be all still. Like, stillness is a good thing. You knowing when to be still and knowing when to move can be very valuable. Will I be able to make money with this company over the long haul? Trust in your blessings, yeah. And the flow. Am I going to meet somebody new in love? You're going to have illumination. Again, illumination. Will I meet this new person over between now and December in my love life? That wants to cherish me. Right now you're letting the fields fallow, but you're going to get in the right community. And once I'm in the right community, that's where the patience comes in. Spirit's moving me somewhere. And I'm going to see wonders because of my flexibility and get in flow. Can you show me if there's a man coming towards me? May I see, please? The Hierophant in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Swords upright, the Lovers in reverse. So it looks like there's somebody coming towards me that's going to end. This is somebody that's going to be very disappointing. So I'm not going to even deal with this person. They don't want a commitment. They just want to argue with me and kill me. And they feel like they have no choice. Why do they feel so mean to me? The Queen of Cups is here. Healing. They hate it that I'm healing and that they can no longer offer me love. Is there anyone new coming towards me? The Ten of Cups and the Two of Pentacles and Justice. So I'm going to get justice for a situation that took away my happiness and my ability to keep my money moving forward. What does justice look like? I gotta eat some. Justice looks like me having hope when it comes to no longer being left out. And also having a partnership. So I have a long ways to go and a lot to go through, but it could go very quickly. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to take the whole year. But I was asking about the rest of this year. So for the rest of this year, I'm going to see something that I thought would work out be a painful ending. But I don't think I'm going to be very focused on that because there's someone new coming in that I'm going to meet when I'm traveling on my new job. I guess I'm going to end up traveling. And I need to get in flow for that. Alright, anybody else? Hey, Priya. I don't know. Did you press one, baby? Sometimes you can send like little gifts and they end up being worth money. I don't know, baby. I'll have to look at it after the video. Okay, so I'm going to do lottery numbers. First, I'm going to pull trinkets like I always do for each reading. Trinkets again. I only got a couple. Somebody needs new tires. There's a heart with a peace sign, a skeleton, and a shell. I don't know what that means to you. I'm not going to pull letters, but I am going to pull numbers, and I need to put them in a bag so I can kind of shake them up a little better. Whoops. I wish I had a small bag. I do somewhere, and I'll find one. Let me just do it this way for right now. I'm going to pour these in here. And I'm going to eight numbers. You can stop at 5 if you want to do put 5, or you can do 8 for the Powerball. And I have the first number for the Powerball here. Out of 8 numbers, what's the number for the Powerball? Number 6. Second number for the Powerball. Number 5. Second number for the Powerball. Number 7. So I'm getting 5, 6, and 7, but I got 6, 5, 7. Number 4. Number 50. Number 50. 5. I've got 6, 5, 7, and 50 so far. 6, 5, 7, and 50. Number 3. Number 7 again. Number 17. Number 2. Did I say number 7 again? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, so here's what I got for the 8. I got number 6, 5, 7, 50, 7 again, 3, 17, and 2. But I don't think you can get the same number twice, so I'm going to pick another one for both 7s, okay? For this 7, I got number 13. So 6, 5, 13, 50, 7, 3, another 17. No, that's fine. 17 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for the other 7, in case you just want to make sure it's right, $12. So it could be 6, 5, 13, 50, 12, 3, 17, and 2. And then for the Powerball number, which I think can only go up to 26, I got 3. We keep getting 3 for that Powerball number. Alright, if you don't think it's 3, I'm going to give you one more. 8. So it could be 38. No, they only go up to 20 something. So, and there's also left in the bag here, which didn't come out, a 6, a 7, a 4, and another 6. Alright, so 6, 5, 7, or 13, 50, 7 or 12, 3, 17, 2. The Powerball came out as 3, and then I pulled another Powerball for 8. Okay? You can do pick 5, you can do, the 8 card, the Powerball number. Or maybe one of these Powerballs goes to the pick 5 and one goes to the 8. You decide. They're your numbers, and I'm trusting that Spirit is someday going to let somebody win a lot of money on this lottery. And I pray that it's you. And I pray that you need it desperately, and that you would share it with other people who need it desperately. But that you would also get a good investor. Because do you know that the statistics on people who win the lottery are that most of them are broke the very next year? So you have to learn how to get investments done. You have to learn not to give, because you feel sorry for people. You have to let them work for their own fortune in life. And they can watch this channel just as well as you can, okay? Alright, I love you guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow to do another reading. I don't have anything else to do. And tomorrow we're going to pick back up on the signs where we left off last week and try to complete the rest of the signs. So when you show up tomorrow, I want you to tell me in the comments what sign you want to see that we haven't done yet, okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your love, your support, liking my videos, for taking time to comment on them. Those of you who have commented in a positive way. I want to say a special thanks to Kailash, my moderator, for being here and helping me. He always is so faithful to this channel. And if you're able to join the channel, I have a few people that have joined. And on Friday nights, I'm going to start doing extra content just for you. And I'll answer questions just for you. We can do private readings for each one since we have such a small group. But I will start doing this coming Friday special content for anyone who has joined this channel. So if you haven't joined and you want to get in on that, it's $2.99 in US dollars for a basic membership and $4.99 in US dollars for a Dreaming Dragonfly top supporter. And when you're a top supporter, you get a one-on-one session with me privately with your membership. I typically make people wait 6 months, but if you're somebody who's around all the time, I'll go ahead and do yours, and I'll write it in my calendar when it's due again. And next year, if you continue to be a top supporter, you'll get another private session with me every year that you're a top supporter, plus Friday content every single Friday. And as the channel grows, I will do more special content for you guys. And I will probably start doing lottery numbers only for those who have joined either the $2.99 or the $4.99, because the work that I'm doing here is good work. It's spirit doing the work through me, and Kailash and I deserve compensation for our time. I love you. If you're not able to give, I don't want you to feel like you'll never get lottery numbers or that I'll never do readings for you, because this channel will always and forever have plenty of free readings for anyone who needs them. Okay, I don't love people because of what they have or because of what they can give. But some of the people watching are more than capable to give to this channel. And when you're able, you should, okay? Namaste. Mwah. See you tomorrow.